It says the challenge with self-awareness, of course, is that we aren't good at it. Organizational psychologist and author Tasha Eurich reports that while 90% of people think they are self-aware, only 10 to 15% of them actually are.
Mm.
Therefore, while becoming self-aware is challenging, realizing we are not self-aware seems to be the root issue. After all, why would we look something we think we already had? Why would we look for something we already had? We don't look for keys to the car when we think we have them in our pocket. So a lot of people
Mm.
believe that they are self-aware. So, but they're not. It's a lot of people like like us, right? In this group, we're self-aware. That's why we're able to talk to each other. That's why we're able to hear each other.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't have that.
I never thought about that. Honestly, I never even knew that small amount of people are self aware. Pardon me. I honestly, self awareness is a scary thing for
It
some.
is, but it with me it is.
Honestly, if you would have told me about self awareness, probably I say 5 6 years ago,
Mhm.
I wouldn't know what the fuck you was talking about. You know what
Me
I'm
either.
saying? I wouldn't
So,
knew. I wouldn't knew. I
so
wouldn't
I'm
have
gonna
knew what
say,
the hell you was talking about at all.
so, let me correct myself. 10 years ago, 10 years ago was when I learned about self-awareness. But I still go through times where I don't have that, right? Where I
Right.
lose, I mean, you lose sight of it because life is constantly moving.
Right.
But I didn't realize it was only that percentage though. 10 to 15% of people are self-aware. I think we're part of that. And here, because you have to be self-aware in order to be able to see yourself grow. You
Right.
have to be self-aware of all to see yourself go through things.
I,
A lot of
I
people,
can I can get that. I can understand that.
a lot of
I
people that's
would
getting
probably
high.
say that again.
A lot of the people that's getting high right now don't realize that they're getting high. They don't realize how it's affecting them. And that's
Right.
a part of self-awareness.
I don't know. I think they know. They just don't give a shit. That's what they want.
Well, after a while, like
I
even when
believe the drug addicts that don't believe they have an addiction, those are the ones that are not self aware. Like the ones that be lying to themselves, like yeah, I can stop whenever I want. I just don't want to.
no, so so with weed, right? When I used to smoke weed all the time, I used to always want to quit,
Uh huh.
but I didn't see myself enough until I was around some other people who didn't see themselves enough. Like when I seen how my friends was living. They was smoking every day, they was drinking every day. They was and they felt like that's what life is. They felt like that's life experience is basically me going to work and be able to come home and get drunk, get high. And when I was like, I looked at him and I said, wait a minute, is what I want? Is this what I want for my life? And that's what actually made me take a look at myself and say, you know what, man, nah, this is not what we want. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. And that's when I left.
That makes sense.
What you think about that, Tony? Because I was calling because I wanted to, because I know you talk to people, and I didn't want you. I wanted to make sure that I corrected myself when it came to that, because I didn't want you to be, what I'm saying, talking to people like, yo, nah, my boy. So I wanted to make sure I gave you that correction. This book has some gems in it too, man. It's called The Score That Matters.
Oh,
It's by
Tony, your
Ryan.
internet must be tripping.
Yeah, it was like that last week. I think he's far away from because it tells you got to be a little closer to your router.
Yeah, but nah, that's self awareness is I don't even know how to explain it, man. That shit is just it's
You know, it's the thing with meditation, right? Like when I learned to meditate, when I learned to actually get into myself, is when I truly learned to like to be self-aware. Because like I said, a lot of people, I didn't realize that I was just going through life. I wasn't paying attention to myself. Tony,
right.
you good?
Yeah. Oh, good. This thing keep kicking me out.
Yeah, so I was calling you today because I wanted to make sure that I told you because I know you talk to people, right? And I didn't want you to be given wrong information. When I seen that, I'm like, oh my God, let me call him and tell him. That's why I called you earlier because I wanted to make
Oh,
sure
so
that I told you the right
self-awareness.
information. Yeah, it was self-awareness. It wasn't perspective. Only 10 to 15% of people have the ability to be self-aware. Like what a
Yeah,
lot of people
really?
think that's yeah, it's only yes. And it's a study. It was a study done on it. And that's great.
Wow.
Think about that, right? Because think about how many women you deal with, right? That you're telling them about themselves and
Right.
you're telling them how you feel, and they can't even see themselves. So how can they see you?
I can get I guess I can see that.
Think
I can
about it
see
though.
that.
So if you got a woman in your life, right, and she don't like you talking to her, and you tell her how you feel, and she can't even express to you what she feels about herself, how is she gonna be able to understand what you're saying to her? Think about it. How is a woman gonna be able to understand you if she don't understand
Oh,
her?
I
I can see that. I can understand that point. Like with me, right, as far as me being self aware of who I am
Mm,
and what I want and shit like that, it took me a while to learn that. You feel what I'm
mm,
saying? Because I felt like I was just settling for
mm,
anything. You dig what I'm saying? So it got to a point where it was just like when you deal with certain people, right? And and it could be any type of relationship, friendship, family, you know what I'm saying, romantic relationship, all that. It's like
right.
if I'm giving if I'm giving everything, right? And
Mm,
I'm not receiving shit, but I'm also accepting that as well. It's like I'm really not self-aware of what I want. And I'm kind of putting my own shit to the side, like, well, I'll just take whatever they give me.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, if it makes sense.
No,
You
it
feel what I'm
does.
saying?
It makes a
So
lot of sense.
it took me a while to learn what self awareness was. You
Mm,
feel what I'm saying? And if I'm being honest, I still don't understand it 100%. Like 100%. Like
mm,
as far as I'm self aware of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm,
I'm self aware of who I am. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm self aware of what I want out of life and things of that regard. But there are like small little minute details about myself that I'm kind of like up in the air, wishy washy. You feel what I'm saying?
But life is like that though. You're always growing, right? So I don't think that we ever truly find ourselves because we're always evolving, always growing. And it goes to something I was saying about the topic was like what drives you, right? So I was asking myself what drives me. I was like, God is my foundation, and then me, right? Because without me, nothing else works. Then it comes to my family. My family drives me after me. And the reason I say that is because people say, well, how is that? Because if I don't work, my family don't work,
Right.
right? Like because I have to drive myself in order to drive my family. And then is one more thing is my peace. You know, having peace drives me.
Right.
Having a certain level of peace. So and I think I've learned that since I started meditating and since I moved, since learned to be by myself. Once I learned to spend time alone, I learned self-awareness. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. That's why I don't accept anything. Like you can't treat me any kind of way and expect me to still be your friend because that's a part of self-awareness,
Right.
right? Like you're not going like my old like the people I used to hang around. I separated myself from them because I've become self-aware. Because now I realize the things that they were doing were not of value to me. The things y'all do are of value to me. So with me being self-aware, I can see y'all. Like I can see when y'all criticizing, or I can see where you're telling me something to hold me accountable. I see it. I see that, you know what? I get it because I can sometimes see myself. When y'all telling me something, I'll be like, damn, shit. I ain't know they could see me how I see me. Self-awareness. Sometimes people can see you better than you see yourself. That's why Tony is good at helping people because you see people. You see people as they are because you're so self-aware of you. You know, that's why people say we think we know everything, right? Because we've become in tune with ourselves. When you become in tune with yourself, it's easier to see something or a flaw in somebody else because you've seen it in you. A lot of people ain't like that.
I never
That's
thought
why
of
you
it
have to
like
have
Right,
that
dream.
though.
but it was
Go ahead,
it
Tony.
also says like it's even like asking yourself. It's like even asking yourself questions, just like why, how, like even talking about self awareness, right? It was just like 2 days ago. I'm just like, yo, why is it that I'm scared to like I call it leaning on people. And the question is, I'm scared to trust because if I lean on myself, right, I can't disappoint myself. Or if I do disappoint myself, I already know what's going to be done because I'm not leaning on myself to where I need to be doing something. But if I lean on someone else, they can always easily move. And once they move and I
Right.
don't get the heads up, guess what? I drop. But I had to ask myself that question, like, yo, why is it that I'm always leaning on me and I'm scared to lean on others? And
Mm,
that's a part of self awareness, like really trying to figure out, yo, why, and that's what it is. Like I can't, like I can fail myself if I choose to fail myself. Like that'll have to be a choice for me to fail myself in regards to leaning on me. But someone
mm,
else, they can always just move. It's almost like a trust fall. Like I gotta trust that you're gonna be
yeah.
behind me to catch me. So it's no different than me leaning on you. Like you ever lean on somebody, you try to be funny, and then they just move, or you just move and they just drop. Like
Yep.
when you were a kid, I see it no different than in life. It's just
That's
like
real.
I don't really know, but that's why it takes me longer to lean on someone than I did before, and that was because people moved while I was leaning on them, knowing I was leaning on them, and didn't say shit. They just moved, and didn't even think twice about it to be like, "Yo, my bad," or I'm sorry, yo. Listen, I'm about to get up right now. Like, ease over for me real quick. Everybody
Hmm.
doesn't do that. Nobody don't give you that courtesy. They just, in a nice way, tell you to fuck off. And guess what? You got to do? Just pick yourself up and be like, yo, what happened? So because of that, that's what makes me fearful to lean on people because of that. So it's
I,
like, and then some people say, and then some people are like, yo, why you don't lean on me? It's a slow process for me. Like I can come here and we build so much trust that I can lean on you fellas more than someone else. But then most people won't understand that. They just feel like, well, I lean on you. Why you don't lean on me? Just because I allow you to do it, I don't trust you enough to do it back to you. I don't even know if you have the
mm,
strength to actually hold my weight up if that's the case. Because guess what? Now,
that
now I
part.
lean on you and you be like, yo, you too heavy. Get up. Now it's just like,
That part.
damn, like fuck. Now I gotta get up. You told me it was okay. Now I gotta get up. Like, so it's like, yo, why even bother leaning on people? Yo, fuck it. Let me just lean against this wall. Lean on myself. Let me lean against the wall.
But
That's
you
how we
don't
get. But that's
understand
the
that.
self-awareness I was talking about. Like I had to ask myself that question, like, why am I scared to lean on people, but I'm so quick to just lean on myself all the time for everything? That's where it comes from. But I'm just going back to the topic. Like the self-awareness is sometimes asking yourself that question. Like the question last week we had, it was like, yo, that's self-awareness to actually sit there and ponder and think like, yo, why? How? When? Where? Like those questions you ask
Right.
yourself. A lot of people don't.
It's
A lot of
scary
Yeah,
though. It's
we
scary
do.
though when you asking those questions, when you asking yourself those questions, shit gets spooky, man. Especially if you being honest with yourself, shit gets scary, man. It gets scary when you asking yourself, who are you? And you really gotta look in the mirror and answer that shit truthfully. It's like, shit. I gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask yourself, what's your purpose? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What do you do it for? Who do you do it for? You feel what I'm saying? Being self-aware is a scary thing for some people to do. And speaking from personal experience, the reason why I couldn't probably be self-aware a few years ago, now I was down bad. I was down bad. You know what I'm saying? Like suicidal ideations, all that. So it's like asking myself, who am I? I didn't know.
Mm,
You feel what I'm saying? Like I was a shell of who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I don't even, at that point, I wasn't even living. I was just existing. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just here. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
So, like I said, it could be a scary thing to even attempt to try to figure out who the fuck you are.
Oh, it
Especially
is.
if you're not where you want to be or where you feel you should be. Shit could get scary, man. So I understand it.
So with you, Clips, right? For example, right? You just changed your phone number not too long ago, right? You just changed your phone number. You're self-aware, right? Because a lot of people who are not self-aware need other people.
Right.
You need you,
Right.
right? Like you can have your foundation of God and then you and still be confident. A lot of people are not that way. They need other people. Like you ever see people who need to be on the phone all the time talking to people? Mostly females are like that. They got to be on the phone all the time. They always need somebody to actually tell them about themselves in order for them to be good.
Yeah.
You are not that way.
Right.
And you changing your phone number shows that because you don't need it. Like the people that you all you need is you and your family.
Right.
Like
Right.
once you become to that point, I believe we become self-aware, but it takes time and it takes growth. Like because if I look back at my life, there was so many times I didn't see myself. There was so many times I was going down a spiral and I didn't see myself. The difference between myself now is when I go through things or I go through something, I catch myself because I'm self-aware. Like all of us, like think about it. All the things that we have experienced in the last year. If you didn't wasn't self-aware, you would have took the dive and been calling us like, yo, nigga, I don't have internet no more. Yo, my house is gone. But now that you're self-aware, whenever like me, for example, when I say something like I'm getting consistent, it's not saying that I fail. It's just saying that yo, I see. Oh shit, I see that I haven't been consistent and all of us have it, and that's why that's the gift about this group is because you have men that know and see themselves, so it's easy for us to talk to each other and understand one another or take criticism because you know that the other man is not doing nothing to hurt you. It's something that he might have seen, felt, or heard because he's self-aware, and a lot of people don't have that. And I was fighting with it because another thing I learned is a lot of people don't grow with you because your awareness grows. So a lot of times when you see people remove out of your life, it's because now you see yourself and you're trying to tell them who they are, but they're not hearing you. So God is like, yo, you know what? Leave them where they at. Move on to the next person who sees and hears you because we can't waste our time with these people who are not ready for that.
That makes sense.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's so crazy. It's crazy you say that, right? When you're talking about growing, right? I was talking to somebody today, and I was telling him like, "Yo, once you start becoming the biggest fish in the pond that you're in, it's time to find a new one because you have outgrown those friends, those people." And I could also explain to him like, "Listen, you're gonna have your day ones. Those are the people you grew up with, but you're also gonna have your day twos in regards to who you're trying to be right now. You got to be around more of those people because they'll push you to where you want to go." So
Mm-hmm.
this is what he said, right? He owns his own trucking company and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he says his friends turned around and said to him, "Oh yeah, we did you a whole bunch of favors when we was working with you." Keyword is working. Next word is favors. All right. How can
Mm-hmm.
you do somebody a favor when you're
Ain't
getting
you getting
paid?
paid?
You're getting paid, but yet you
That's
talk
crazy.
about, "Oh, we did so much favors for you." And he goes back to what I said to you before. And I was like, listen, no matter where you're trying to go to, you're going to make more money with strangers than you with family.
I agree.
Keep that
I
in
agree.
mind. Whether the value is just coming or getting to your purpose, or even if it comes to like finding to make more money with strangers than you do with friends and family. I just gave him an example of, imagine you are artist and you had a concert, yeah, it's sold out. You think a lot of family or friends is going to sell out those tickets, or it's going to be more
Hell
strangers?
no.
I said sometimes you got to stop depending or even looking towards friends to do things, because how do you come back to me and say that you did me a favor? Not only did you say you did me a favor, you spoke about it amongst another worker, which is a friend, and
Right.
amongst people who don't even know our business as far as what was going on. And it made him
That's
Yeah,
upset.
that's
But I was
crazy.
like,
wild.
yo, out of everything in life, this moment right now, out of everything, because I said, how I look at life is, what can I learn from this? in order to make me a better person to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, just look at it like that. But I understand that you outgrew many people, and that's okay. But just stay true to who you are. Because those people who are not for you are gonna fade off. But also you're starting yourself around different people.
That makes sense. But to
I get it.
piggyback off what you just said though, the whole the day ones and day twos comment, right? When who brought that up? Was it Art that brought it up Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I brought it up
Yeah,
as
when he
well.
brought it up, I kind of had to sit with it for a second, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But then the more I thought, it's like, nah, it makes sense because your day ones they look at you as wherever they met you at. You feel what I'm saying? If they met you when you were 10 years old, they don't really they see whatever they saw growing up. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? They see who you were when you was around all the time. Now, once you're an adult, once you become an adult, shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers, we have families, we got kids, wives, and all of this other thing, all these other things. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't doing the same shit you was doing when you was 15, 16,
Right.
19. You ain't doing all of that shit no more. They don't understand that. Now, the people that met you once you already took your shift, they know exactly they know exactly who you are in this moment.
They see you. They see
You know
you.
what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
know the type of time you want. And
Mm-hmm.
furthermore, once you make the shift, right, you start to clean up your circle any fucking way. You feel what I'm saying? So the people that are around you are the people that you know for a fact understand what the fuck is going on.
Right.
They understand the path you on. They understand where you're going to. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
naturally, it would make more sense that those are the people that you would spend more time around or talk most to.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's just be honest, a lot of people that you grew up with, they don't understand. They just a lot of them never change. I got homies right now that still sit in front of the liquor store.
Me
You know what I'm
too.
saying? Like
Yeah, me too.
we about to be 40, son. Shit, some of them are 40 plus. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't agree with the day one, day two shit when he initially said it, but then as I sat with it, and I'm like, oh nah, he right,
This is no,
he
he
right.
was up. So since I moved, right? Since I moved to Florida, like I had a certain persona in Patterson, New Jersey. So the other day, right? I'm at work. I got an email. So people think like I talk to lawyers, judges, all that, right? But people think sometimes that these people are higher than you, right?
Right.
So my job did a presentation at the courthouse the other day, and all of the judges, right? All of the judges and prosecutors, they complimented me on how like the man I am. They said that I won't ever need a job in Jacksonville because if my company doesn't keep me, they're gonna take me, right? So I used to think I didn't have value like that as a person, right? But the people we are, I'm talking to all of us. The people we are valuable people to other people who really recognize our strengths, right? Because when you are not afraid to talk to people, when you are like you don't look at people above you, that comes with self-awareness, right? So my vice president called me Friday. She's like, "Hey, Mr. Steger." She was like, "Oh, they was raving about you at the prosecutor's office. I don't know what you doing or saying." I said, "I'm just being me." I said, I'm just being me. I don't do anything extra. I'm just being me." And a lot of people are not self-aware and strong enough inside to talk to people with strength. Like y'all right now. Is there anybody you're afraid to talk to? Anybody you feel is too big for you to have a conversation with?
Nah.
So if my man from the book, Tony,
I
what's
kind
the
of
guy
have
from the book? What's the guy from the book? I
Jason
you
Wilson.
Jason Wilson, right? So if you met Jason Wilson right now, are you starstruck? You're gonna be able to have a conversation with him like you talk to us, correct? Because you know your value. I'm just as valuable as him.
I told you I met him, right?
Yeah, no, I seen the picture, but what I'm saying to you is, sometime when people see people
Nah, I wouldn't be starstruck. You're right.
celebrity status, like when I see people, I see people. I don't see their accolades and it because people at my job be like,
Yeah,
yo, you talk to that judge, like yo, she just called you, and I'm like, yeah, she called me to ask me that I. So what? Back in
you
the
don't
day,
let the
though.
title intimidate you.
Yeah. Now, if this was, I mean,
Back in the day, no, back in
yeah,
the day, I was starstruck. I used to think that all these
yeah,
people were above me. But once I became aware of who I am, like I'm just as valuable as they are. So what they a judge? I just took a different process in order to get where I am, but I'm just as valuable as them. Like when I talk to a judge, I'm talking to them like I'm talking to you.
right.
Like they want to be treated as people just like you. So
I
I'm
was just I was
self-aware
just
now.
gonna say that too. I believe a lot of those people they don't like they gravitate more to the people that just treat them like regular humans.
She don't like regular
You know what
people.
I'm saying? Like I
And I think
remember
it's
I
I think
met I remember when I went to Giant Stadium and
Mm,
this was probably shit. This is years ago.
mm,
I went with my pops or whatever. And we was walking around the stadium and it was just big ass crowd, like niggas going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, why is all these people over here? And it was The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He was at the game and shit. I'm like, oh shit. And mind you, The Rock was like my favorite wrestler. You feel what I'm saying?
mm,
But I wasn't like, oh, like I wasn't doing none of that. You feel what I'm saying? And
mm,
I just walked out. I seen him like kind of like trying to get away and shit. But then I'm like, I mean, yo, do you mind if I, get an autograph or whatever? And he looked and he's like, no, I'm not signing autographs right now. And I'm like, oh, appreciate it. I shook his hand and I walked off. He's like, hey, come here. I'm like, mind you, I'm young. I'm
mm.
probably like 16. I'm like 15, 16. And he was like, why you didn't flip out? I'm like, for what? You said you wasn't signing autographs. All right, cool. I shook your hand. All right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Right. I shook
You know what I'm
Rock
saying?
hand.
Like
Yeah. Right. Right.
I wasn't even thinking of it in that regard because I wanted to rap back then. So I knew that was a part of it that came with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Right.
you famous, it comes with the territory. He ended up like I guess I don't know who was with, like might have been his assistant or somebody. He was like, hey, give me a pen or whatever. And he signed he gave me an autograph and shit. I'm like, he was like, simply because you didn't pressure me, you didn't
Wow.
like, you know what I mean? Just because you didn't spaz, you didn't do none of the extras. I'm paraphrasing, of course, I was young as shit. But he ended up giving me the autograph. And when I tell you, motherfuckers was in there upset, like, oh, he think you better than us and
They
blah, blah.
think,
I'm
yeah,
like, yo, he's human, fam. He's fucking
yo, you
human.
you were self-aware at a young age.
You know what I'm saying? Like he human. Like I know that shit could get him because I've never been the type of person to like I like love being hounded, if that
Right.
makes sense. Like having like being in a party, I'm cool with that. But having all the attention, I hate that shit. And the crazy shit is I was trying to be a rapper. That's the funny part. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why. Even now, like unnecessary attention, I do not like that shit.
I don't like it
I
either.
don't know why.
I don't like
So
it either.
I can understand when a motherfucker like, yo, not right now, bro. Not right now. Not right now. Nice. All right, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe when you treat those people that are in high up positions, when you just treat them like regular fucking people, I think they gravitate towards you more.
I agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? You talking to judges all day and you like, all right, okay. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
what you
saying?
doing later? Like, what you doing later?
the crazy.
Like, go ahead. No, go, Tom.
No, I was gonna say the crazy part is these same people that other people see as being like above them, they don't even see themselves as being above you. That's the crazy part, right? Like, I'll just put it down probably a level where we can all understand. You ever like talk to a girl and she's like, "Oh, I didn't think you would ever talk to me," or "I didn't think I was your type."
Right.
You're like, "Why?" She's like, "Just just based on who you are or how you dress or whatever." And she sees you as being up here, but you're just like, "I'm just
Right.
regular." Like,
Yeah.
I don't see myself as being above you. But then she's so astonished that you picked, I guess, how she would look at it, like, I'm just a regular old girl. You're like, what,
And
regular?
I'm just a regular
You're a
nigga.
regular old girl. Like, you're
Yeah,
just,
that's it.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's us as humans that put people above us. That when people do come our
I
way,
agree.
you're like, oh my gosh, you spoke to me. It's like, why wouldn't I? Like that judge, I guarantee you doesn't see himself as being above people. Some
Mm-mm.
stars, keyword, some stars don't see themselves as being above people, which is why I think he was so
Right.
humble when you just walked away because he didn't feel you felt like you were entitled to an
Yeah.
autograph,
Mm-hmm.
because I can see it that way as well. But I think that's what it is. It's like we put people above us. I always say you got two type of people, right? A room filled with millionaires. Two type of people. You got a certain person that would feel like, okay, wow, these are just regular people. Let me soak in all the knowledge I could. Though you have
Oh, for
another person
sure.
who goes in there and feel like all these millionaires are above them, and they then shrink themselves and feel small. They feel like they're
Shit.
intimidated. I
I'm gonna
always say
ask
that you
Wow.
every
have two
question I
different
ever
type of
wanted to
people in
answer
this world.
to. Fuck
So,
that.
so, this goes into
Exactly.
my next. This goes into my next question. What do you think of you? Like, what do you think of the person that you are? Like, because that's what happens. A lot of people shrink themselves. And if you shrink yourself, you're gonna feel small in every room. Like every room I
True.
walk in, I'm just as big as any room. Like I am always the same. I'm consistent, right? So if I walk in the room, I don't care if it's lawyers, judges. I don't care if I have as much money as them, but I know who I am, right? I know personally, like I have the ability to be just as good as them and whatever they do,
Right.
right? A lot of people don't see themselves like that. So you have to ask yourself, what do you think of you? Because Tony just was talking about, I wanted to talk about what you just said is how a woman sometimes be like, yo, you talking to me? So there, a lot of them are not self-aware that they're as beautiful as they are, that they are as powerful as they are. Like a lot of women don't have that. So that's why they lack. If you lack that, that's an issue for you. Like I don't like for me, like I said, I'm very self-aware. I'm very confident in my abilities. I'm very confident in my potential.
Mm.
And a lot of people don't have that. Like a lot of people had to tell me, like, in order for me to become this way, I used to hear people say things about me like, yo, bro, you always helping people. Yo, you always doing. I'm like, who, me? I'm helping people? Like, yo, you changed lives. Me? But then what happened was I started to see it for myself. Like, because you ever hear like your purpose, a lot of times people will tell you your purpose. Like, you ever heard people tell you about yourself? Like, you good at that? Yo, bro, when
Yeah.
yo, you great at listening, or you good at this. And sometimes I've learned that people will tell you what your purpose is. You just gotta listen.
Mm.
Like think about it.
Mm.
Think about something that somebody has told you time and time again that you like, nah, not me. Like yo, Dodge, yo, you the man. Like I've heard that before, right? Yo, and I'm like, nah. We always downplay it because
Yeah.
we don't want to look, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, sometimes that's who you are. So I want to ask that
What's the question again?
is,
What was the question exactly? Oh, let's
is,
see. Who are
I don't forgot the damn question that fast. Shit. Who are you? Like,
rewind the tape? No, I'm joking.
who do you, I was asking basically, who do you think you are? Right. Because, we asked, who are you last week, but I
Mm.
want to know the definition of you. Like, who are you? What have you become? Like the person that you become, are you confident enough to be around other people? Like, I want to know the things that you did in order to get you to the point where you're confident enough to talk to people. like Tony, because
So I had
like
to answer in
I'm
my head.
mm,
How I was answering it was pretty much like I never want to come off like I'm above people, right? So I'm very aware of that, which is why
mm,
I always tell people, like, people will see a person and think like, okay, they got it all figured out, like their life is going great, and that's why I always kind of open up and tell people like, yo, I struggle just as well as anybody else does, and I think that's
thank
what
you.
made me even more open to not being afraid to talk to people because I realized, like, from if you have to put it in categories, rich, poor, smart, dumb, left, right, up, down, like everybody is struggling with something that they did not tell you about yet.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and
Thank you
believe.
for saying that.
And
Thank you for
the
saying
more
that.
and more, yeah, but the more and more I talk to people, I realize the person who drives a Lamborghini to the person who drives a Geo Prism, yo, everyone is struggling with something. Don't let nobody fool you in this world that their life is perfect.
Perfect.
Now,
Right.
their struggles might be different than yours, but it's still a struggle. Trust and believe.
Right.
So when I walk in like into a room, I look at it like this, right? If I walk into a room and nobody knows me, that kind of works to my
How about to say that works to your
I would
advantage?
say to my advantage, right? Because you don't know what I do, you don't know where I come from, right? You don't know how I go about my day. So
Mm,
just as well as you might be a millionaire, I can talk, come off, and I can be the same millionaire. You just don't know. You haven't
mm,
said anything to me. You haven't spoken to me. And that's what I realized. Like, we all judge people based on how they carry themselves, how they speak, and just how they look. So just based off of that, you could be anybody in that moment. You just
Mm-hmm.
gotta carry yourself a certain way. But that also could go work the other way around. You could walk in there with Tim's and jeans and be the richest person. I'm trying to say, like,
mm,
life is all about like how you perceive somebody. So it's very hard to just judge a book by its cover. But then again, we do it. But like, if I was to walk
mm.
into a room and I know I'm walking into a room full of millionaires, guess what? Putting my 3-piece suit on is just as well. You won't know. So I never look at somebody as being better or above. Like, you put your pants on one foot at a time, just as me. Like, that stuff doesn't intimidate me at all, at
I
all.
But
appreciate
But
your
then even when we talk
confidence.
about women, right? That same woman who feels like, oh, I didn't think you would talk to a woman like me. You know what it is? It's the pressure of society that they think we want a woman that looks a certain way based on social media and how
mm-hmm.
commercials. So they think you out there looking for a 10. Oh, I don't want that 10. That 10 too high maintenance. I don't got time for that. Like the breasts and the ass. And it's just like, what made you think I wanted a woman like that?
And let's be
That
real.
that's my thing. What made you think that?
Majority of
Because
them
of
ain't
how I
got
carry
shit up
myself?
here.
So, wow.
But that's the
Majority of
thing.
them ain't
See,
got shit up here.
but society made that same. But society made that same woman. Let's just say she called. I'm putting this in quotation. She's regular, right? She doesn't have the body, the augmentation, all of that, right? So now she doesn't even see herself as being valued because of the pressure of society. So now
Right.
when a guy like us talk to her, confident within ourselves, some reason she thinks she's off our radar. And a woman
That
who did
is-
everything thinks she's on our radar. That shit is
Yo,
backwards.
that's yeah,
That
that
shit is
shit's so crazy.
backwards.
That's just that's crazy right there. Because I've had a woman tell me that. Woman that
Yes, it is.
I was trying to court, right? And I was trying to court her for a while. She like, me? I can't believe you picked me. I was like, what? I picked you a long time ago. You just didn't know it. And that's like when it comes to like a lot of times, um, people don't see themselves people don't see themselves how you see yourself. Like they don't see themselves like that. So I learned that I actually learned that from dealing with women.
I agree.
So so quick answer that.
All right. So truthfully, who I who do I
Who you
think I
become?
am,
Hmm.
and who did I become? All right. Now, as far as the whole, um, I never been that type of person. Like Tony said, I never like put myself above anyone. If you felt like I was above you, that was a you thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? That's a you problem. That ain't got nothing to do with
Hmm.
me. You feel what I'm saying? But who I feel I became is about to get a little crazy. I feel like I became a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I became a bad motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to come from where I was, right? When I say where I was, the world don't know, but y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like, down on my luck, down on my ass, suicidal, all that. You feel what I'm saying? To the point I'm at now, I don't believe. Now, mind you, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it will never happen, but I feel like it's gonna take a natural fucking disaster to get me back to that point.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe there's outside of anything happening with my children or my family or something like that. I don't. I listen, fam. My confidence is through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? My mental space is far more superior than what it was. You know what I'm saying? I've done the work as far as going to therapy and seeking out answers, and you know what I'm saying in that regard. So I believe I turned into somebody that I feel could probably face Armageddon and win. 100%.
You look good, brother. I meant to tell you
Appreciate
that
that.
too. I see the work. I can see the work you're putting in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm down about 30 pounds right now. You know what I'm saying? So
I see it.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just every day is
Put a bar on
is
my neck.
is you know what I'm
What you say, Tony?
Enemy is conquer. Enemy is conquer.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, like where I'm at right now is just I'm taking this shit one day at a time. And before I used to try to bundle everything together and just try to deal with it all at once. It's like, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? This shit is one day at a time. This shit is one issue at a time, one problem at a time, one foot in front of the other.
Right.
If I don't get to it today, I get to it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to it
Right.
eventually. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not in the space where I'm just piling everything on, and it's like, all right, I got to deal with all of this shit right now. If I don't deal with it right now, it's gonna spread or something gonna happen. It's like, man, fuck no. I'm gonna spread this shit
Right.
out. I deal with this and this today. Tomorrow I'll try to deal with that and that. The next day I'll deal with that over there. I got some more shit over here in the corner. I'll deal with that shit Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I spread it out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the man I became is just, and it's easier for me to help now. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like before I can't help you if I'm standing on a ledge next to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I tried it. I used to talk people off the ledge while standing right next to them. You don't even know it. I'm standing right next to your ass. I'm all fucked up over here, but you just don't know it. You feel me? Because I don't show it, and I'm not the type of person to just tell everybody what I got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel like now I got more tools in my toolbox. Before it was just a hammer. I ain't had shit else but I'm
Right.
trying to fix everything with a hammer. Wondering why everything fucking broke. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm banging everything.
Yeah, everything broke the fuck up. I'm trying to figure out why. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fix the toilet with a hammer and shit. Like, nah, fam, like you bugging. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like now I just got more tools in my toolbox. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I got a drill now. I got a plunger
Right.
now. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Right.
little circular saw. You know what I'm saying? I just got more shit. I just got more tools in the toolbox. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I was one time I was afraid to believe in me. And the reason I was afraid was because people used to call me conceited. I was never actually that myself, but people used to always call me that. But I realized like people used to be like, damn, you toot your horn a lot. But now I learned that if I don't toot my horn, ain't nobody else
Who
gonna
else
do
gonna
it.
do it?
I got to do it for myself, and a lot of people don't. So let me go into this, right? And respectfully to my wife, I gotta say this, right? What's happening is, no, what's happening is, right? So at my job, bruh, I don't know what I got on my forehead, right? But every woman is coming at me at 100 miles per hour, and I was trying to understand it, right? So this is something that's different down here than it is at home. One of my coworkers said to me, it's how you walk. It's how you carry yourself. Like you walk with confidence. You carry yourself with character and integrity. And the way that you treat people, women see that. Women see that you're not after them. You're all like when you're talking to them, you're just talking to them. You're not trying to get with them. You're not trying to be with them. So for them, it's like, wait a minute. I know I'm gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is talking to me, but this man is not. Right. And that also comes down to self-awareness.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I could be around beautiful people and just enjoy the fact that they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I said that to say, right, when this guy said this to me today, like I was actually surprised. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, yo, the way you walk, the way you talk to people, the way you love your family. He's like, a lot of these women don't get that. So for them, it's like, yo, if I could potentially get with a man like this, I could have something like that. And I'm like, because my friends will never tell me that.
Right.
Y'all would.
Right.
But the guys that I hang with would never say, yo, it's the way you walk. It's the way you carry yourself. And I realized to myself that I needed to move because if I didn't, people wouldn't have seen me and I wouldn't have learned myself. Because sometimes it takes other people in order to help you to see who you truly are.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead,
right
Tony.
Yeah,
about
That's
that's
how I
that.
say you
something
got
that
you got that Tony smile. I see that.
Word.
yeah,
Word. Word.
because I remember you went somewhere, right? I can't remember where it was. You didn't want to go out, but you still ended up going out with your boys. And I said something to you about it's your aura. I don't remember too much what it was about, but it was kind of something we just said where I was just like, it's your energy that you give off. So even if you're trying not to be seen, you're going to be seen. But I remember y'all went out, you didn't want to go, you still went out, and I can't remember that conversation shifted. Just said it's your walk because I remember saying
Mm.
it to you. I don't remember what vacation you went on, but I remember it was a guy's outing that I
You
remember.
know, you know what you know something, Tony? I'm now intentional about
Uh,
how I carry myself.
damn, I think you dropped him again. Oh, there you go.
You there, Tony? So I remember. So it's intentional.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I'm intentional now, right? Because I know that my kids are watching. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I do it with intention. Like I don't like. So like I told you, when I wake up in the morning, I'm intentionally being positive because I want to make sure that they have a positive day. So it reflects, and also that morning workout. If I told you about my morning workout, if I don't do my morning workout, my day is different. When I do my morning workout, it's like I've accomplished the world already. Like so when I'm in here and I'm doing and I finish that set, like and I'm in my last set, yo, I'm in the mirror fucking like you did it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why I walk in work with confidence because I've accomplished something that I know I couldn't, like I didn't want to do this morning. Like I ain't want to work out. But you know how many times I'm sitting there like, but then when I rock myself out of bed, it gives me a different level of confidence. So now when I'm talking to people and dealing with people, I already defeated myself. So ain't nothing in this world that's going to defeat me because I defeated me already. So
Right.
that's why I believe, and like I said, when my man said that to me today, I was like, he made me assess myself. I'm like, damn, I walk like that. I told he was like, no, and it's not. He said, Mr. Staten, let me say this. It's not arrogant. He said it's just who you are. You carry yourself with a different level. He said, I've seen you when people are sad, change their mood just based on you. Yo, give me a hug. Because we was talking like y'all, yeah, and then y'all had a video. I couldn't comment on it because I was busy about the guys giving hugs. Bro, I was in the elevator, right? This sheriff killed herself the other day.
Mm.
Like she left home from work and she got her garage and she shot herself in the head. So I get on the elevator at my job the other day and it's like five people in there crying, right? Imagine walking in the elevator. I'm like, and me being the empath that I am, I feel people's energy. So I'm like, yo, everything all right? They're like, nah. I'm like, yo, give me a hug. And I hugged everybody in there. And they like, I seen the lady today. She was like, yo, where do you come from? And I was like, yo, it's just who I am. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like to see people unhappy. I hate to see people in that situation. So I gave her a hug. It's who I am. And I think it's who I've become. And this group has helped me become this way. I wanted to tell you, that's why I love to give y'all flowers because I don't think that y'all know the effect that y'all had on me.
Mm.
I know we do it to each other, like we have that impact on each other, but the confidence, the ability to release some of the stuff that I can't release to my family, the ability for y'all to listen. Y'all actually helped me with my confidence, bro. Y'all actually helped me on Monday mornings, man. When I walk in there, yo, I'm walking in there like this. Yo, one lady's like, yo, he can wear a hat. Hey, yeah, that's not professional. My man said, that's Mr. Staten.
They ready to tell on you.
You know, yo, just it was my friend too, and she thought that she was I was just being funny. I said, you might have been being funny, but if the wrong person heard that, it would have been a
Mm-hmm.
That's
problem.
all
So
it
you got
take.
to be careful. You got to be careful. I was like, I know you was, just be, oh, he can wear a hat. Y'all let him wear a hat. I wear the hat in the building, but once I get in the building, I get in my office, hat off. This is just hat to go in the building.
I
That's all it
think
take.
people don't. I think people underestimate the power of silence. You feel what I'm saying? I think people underestimate that. You know what I'm saying? The power of silence, the power of really being you. You know what I'm saying? Not faking the funk. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, there's certain women that say things to you and they are attracted to you in certain ways. You feel what I'm saying? I can understand that and I can relate to that because I've had women tell me like, mind you, let's just say in the workplace. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can even go further than that. I can go when I was in the military.
Mm,
There's women that I worked with. They were attracted. They were attractive. You know what I'm saying? They look good or whatever. I was married at the time. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't here for that. You know what I'm saying? We could be cool, we could be cordial, we could be friends and shoot the shit and all that, but that's as far as it's going with me. And they used to ask me all the time, like, yo, how come everybody be trying to get at us but you? I'm like, well,
that's the problem.
I used to just pick my hand up like, I'm married. So he was like, yeah, but everybody married. So I mean, I'm like, well, listen, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah, y'all cool and all. We can shoot the shit at work and all that, but that's as far as it's going with me. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as it's going. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, it's just like they used to say the same shit. They used to be like, I had one chick actually tell me this shit, and it was the funniest shit ever. She was like, watch, I'm gonna get you one day. I'm like, what the fuck do that mean? All right, what the fuck do that mean? She's like, watch, I'm gonna catch you slipping one day. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that mean, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was around this chick for like 4 years. And right before I changed duty stations, I left. I was leaving Texas. I was going to Georgia or whatever. She was like, damn, I guess I ain't gonna get you. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck you was trying to do, but I'm the type of if I don't want to do nothing with you, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Mm,
There is no pressure with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm.
I don't have that ego of oh I gotta get it. I got no fam. Like I'm in a situation. I'm married. I'm cool, fam. I ain't got that shit. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me. I know some dudes probably would have took it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I know a couple dudes that I was in the military with that was married and that was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not my thing. Like, but and as far as your situation, right? Those women know. They all know you married. It ain't no fucking secret. You feel what I'm saying? You just don't look at them that way, and they're not used to that. They're used to the attention. They're used to getting flocked to. They're used to dudes on their heels. And then the minute a dude is not on their heels and they see him every fucking day, it's like, wait a minute, hold the fuck up.
What's wrong with him?
The fuck wrong with this nigga? You know what I'm
They
saying?
yeah,
Like who the
they
fuck?
yo, real talk. They asked the officer, was I gay?
Oh yeah,
I was about to
that's
say
their
that.
go-to. Yeah, that's their
Huh?
go-to. That's the
They
go-to.
asked, they also they asked the officer like, yo, is he gay? Like, cause one of the officers came up to me, he was like, yo, these women asking about you, they asked me, was you gay? I'm like, I like, what gives that off? He said, because you ain't in their face.
I'm telling you, some women can't handle that. There's some women that really can't handle that shit. Like they thrive off of the attention from other men just so they can have the satisfaction of fucking rejecting them. Like,
Yo,
like,
that's crazy.
you know, get the
Yo,
fuck out of here.
so like I said, I didn't realize a lot of things about women, man. Like I said, I'm still learning. Like it's probably a forever process of learning women, but I'm still learning. Like women, like when the thing is, when I was out there courting women, when I was out there, looking for a woman, man, wasn't no woman coming for me.
Right.
But now, but
That's how I know.
also,
That's how I go.
I think a lot of them have the ideology, right, that if they be with somebody like me, if they get with me, they can eventually take me from my family, right?
Right.
And I will be that woman for them. I mean, that man for them. Sorry. What happens is what they don't realize is I'm a plus to my wife, right? So without my wife, I am not this guy, right? Because she helps to motivate me. Not don't get it twisted. I am always this man, but my wife makes me better, right? Being as though I have a consistent life, right? My wife is consistent. It helps me to stay consistently the man I am. Like if I was by myself, I probably would fall short a lot of days. Like being like Peasy, I hats off to you, right? Because of who you are, you stay consistent in your space, period. You're not married, right? As a man like you who lives, like you don't live with your woman, right? You don't live with her. So if I didn't live with my wife and I was in this situation, I probably wouldn't be this good.
Yeah, shit might be a little different.
It will be because like I told y'all, between the workout and addressing my family in the morning, those are the two things that grant me the confidence to walk out my house and be the man I am, right? Because of like if I don't like my son, Daddy in the morning and my daughter like, oh my God, Dad, I have this project today and I need no mommy, you can't help me. I need dad.
Yeah.
You know what that shit does for me? Takes me
Yeah.
through the fucking roof. So with that being said, here's the next question. And I said at the beginning, what drives you? Give me four things that drives you to continuously be successful. Go from, if you can, you don't have to do it in order, but try to go in order. And if after you're done, then put it in order, if that's what you need to do. If y'all need me to start, this
Well,
what drives me is, you
go,
not go ahead, Tony.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I
You
was about
good.
to say, like, I always tell people, like, if I'm, anytime people come into my circle, I always let them know, like, listen, I have three priorities, and I never put it in a specific order, right? But it's always going to be business, my children, and the gym. That's what keeps me sane, no matter
Mm,
what. Those are the things that keep me grounded and sane. My
mm,
children, my business, and the gym.
mm,
If I had to put another thing as far as a fourth, I'm just gonna go with like triple D. Like triple D helps me. That's nothing but discipline, dedication, and determination. That's what just keeps me like just fighting to want more and never just get content in this world that we live in. Things are constantly changing, and we just gotta constantly adapt. And it's always gonna be
mm.
another hurdle after you get over one. Just gotta keep moving forward. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's hard to do that. But then once again, you gotta have those talks with yourself to be like, yo, why do you feel like this? And answer those questions. But then also after you answer it, once again, you're aware of it now. Just tomorrow, it's the
You
damn
had
thing.
a gym until you started breaking up. You had that was I was about to tell Cliff to edit that. You
Just
breaking up.
just do better, as I said. I was saying it's always going to be, or it's going to be hard. It's going to be one hurdle after the next when you jump over one. The thing is, like I said, it's about knowing that you can do better tomorrow. Like for example, right? Just being aware. Like Mondays, I'm usually not in the gym. I'm fine, but for some reason, I didn't get out of bed till like 4 o'clock. Then I got out of bed and I was like, yo, why do I feel like this? I'm asking myself these questions, and I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow,
Hmm.
you got to get back to your routine. You got to get up at 5:30. You got to go to the gym. But then once again, that's really having conversations with yourself. People always say, oh, when you talk to yourself, you're crazy. Fuck, no, I'm not crazy. No, that's what people need to do. You see that whole concept misconception of, oh, if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. People need to talk to their damn self and answer themselves just as well. I don't care if you say it out loud or if you say within your head. You need to be having conversations with yourself because that'll help you also be self-aware. Like, yo, why did I do that? Did I have to do that? Did I really curse him out when I didn't have to curse him out? You know what? I think I should apologize. You need to be having those conversations with yourself. You can't just be living life just walking through willy-nilly with your head in the cloud. Like, come on now, make it make sense.
Nah, I agree with that 100%, Tony. Like I always do that. So what about you, Clips? What are the things that drive you? What are the 4 things that drive you?
All right, so I'm gonna rank these in order from 4 all the way up to 1. All right. Number 4 would be just proving to myself that I can actually do it, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the goal is, just proving to myself that I can actually do it. You know what I'm saying? The third would be probably proving to my children that, you know what I'm saying, the things that I tell them, I also apply to myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I tell them, yo, be consistent. When I say, yo, stay dedicated. When I say things like, oh, how you do anything is how you do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Yes, sir.
All of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Showing them like, listen, I'm not just saying it to you. I'm doing it myself. You feel what I'm saying? The whole lead by example thing. The third one I would have to think about, but the number one, and this may sound kind of crazy, but the number one thing that keeps me, you know what I'm saying, going and keeps me, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, is proving to my father he didn't make a mistake. And he ain't even here no more.
Damn, that was a tough one. That hit me. That hit me in a different way. The eclipse. Holy shit. That's my biggest
drive.
Wow.
Trying to prove to my father he didn't make a mistake.
You know something in regards to what having you?
Just me in general.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying? Because me and my father's relationship was shaky my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But and he's never said that to me. Like, he's never said anything like that to me, but I found myself probably, I say around like 16, 17, just fighting for his approval. You know what I'm saying? And it's I know I never hear it. I'll never hear it now because he's no longer here, but I don't ever recall hearing the words, "I'm proud of you." I don't recall ever hearing, "Oh, good job on that." Like that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But even in his absence, right? I still find myself fighting for his approval and fighting for the fact that I want him to know, like, you ain't make a mistake. Like, I heard everything. I heard everything you ever told me. I understand everything you ever told me. You feel what I'm saying? And you did the best you could. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know why I do it. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fighting for some shit I know I'm never gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help it. It really pushes me to do certain shit.
Yeah,
I really want him to understand. Yeah. Like, I really, I'm dead serious. Like, I really want him to understand. Like, I want him to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the shit I do is because I want him to. I don't want him to feel like he made a mistake.
Dang. Yo, that you know how heavy that you just changed the whole conversation.
And I know it was gonna sound kind of crazy.
No, it don't sound crazy at all. Because
don't say that, because that's the thing. It doesn't sound crazy. But then my question to you is, most of what you do, is it for
Damn.
you, for him, or for both?
It's mostly for me. Most of the things I do is mostly for me, but there's a touch of it to be like, I hope you're proud of this. You know what I'm saying? Even with buying a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was the only one of his siblings outside of, no, now that I think about it, it was him and I think his brother were the only two that bought a house, I believe. Like, were homeowners. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, when I bought the house, I'm like, like literally, while I was driving down here, while me and my daughter was in the U-Haul, she was asleep. I'm crying. I'm like, yo, Pop, I did it. I did it. I'm crying while I'm saying this shit. I'm like, yo, Pop, I did it. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times when I accomplish certain things, I will feel it coming on, and I gotta go somewhere by myself and be like, yo, Pop, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I hold my necklace because it's him on my necklace. I hold my necklace. I'll be like, yo, Pop, I did it. Just like, I'm like, yo, I did it.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
until you said that,
Does it?
until you, no, no, let me just touch on it. Until you said that, I didn't realize that that's a part of mine. Like, shit, yo, damn. Yeah, this group is fucking, this is a pull some shit out your heart. Um,
Is so? I got a question for
because,
the both of y'all then, right? Does
yeah,
it come from a place of proving wrong or proving right?
What do you mean?
I just want to show, for
Because you can
me,
prove
I just
somebody
want to,
wrong, or you can prove somebody right.
you know what I want to do? Because my mother thought I was going to be dead at 18. My mother
So
thought I
yours is
was,
proving somebody wrong, then, D.
yeah. So for me, my mother thought I was going to be dead at 18. So the information I got the other day from my job, that was an email. I sent it to my mother. And until Clip said that, I didn't realize she is a part of what I'm doing in my life. Like, it's not just my kids, it's not just my wife, it's not just me. Because for her, I feel like my mom was always disappointed by me. I like so, and like I said, for her to say that, my stepfather said, like, yo, I didn't think you was gonna be alive. He's like, the life you was living, I didn't think you'll be alive. He said, it's not to mention, like, you own a house now. He's like, my son, he said, because he calls me his son. He
Right.
said, my son owns a, he said, Dorran, I thought you was gonna be either dead or in jail. He said, I'm gonna be honest with you. And then my mom was like, yo, I thought the same thing. So I find myself a lot of the times when I'm growing and elevating, or somebody says something about me, having to show them because of what they think of me. Like, I think I told y'all about the time where I went to the store and get the AC. I was to turn the AC back in, and my mother gave me her credit card, and my mother was like, "Make sure you bring it back."
Yeah.
Like, she was thinking of like the old me. So for me, I've always, so I think that's part of what drives me. I have four things now. I probably got five because my mother actually drives me because I want to prove to her that I'm not the person that she thought I was. I want to prove to her that I'm not the guy, the hustler, the guy that didn't save his money. Because even my wife sometimes has to tell my mother, like, yo, like one time my mother's like, oh yeah, you know what? Because y'all got a lot to do. She's like, yeah, I got to tell Dorran. My mother's like, tell Dorran what? To make sure that the budget is right. And my mother's like, who? I thought you was the one. She said, no, your son is the one that makes sure everything good at the house. My mother's like, you know why? Because I haven't always been good with my money.
Right.
So when you said, like I said, man, I appreciate you saying that because you just addressed something that I didn't realize that's also pushing me, and not to fall victim to my old circumstances because I don't want to disappoint her or them.
Right. See, now, Tony, to answer your question, for me, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's to prove him wrong that, because he had the same sentiments of, especially the route I was taking, that I would eventually be a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Granted, he didn't say those words, but
Understood.
he had the same sentiments that he figured the path that I was going down, that I was just out here lost and shit. So part of it is to prove him wrong for that. And then the other part is just to prove him right, that he did do the best that he could. You know what I'm saying? He taught me, he did right in teaching me certain things. Because at 15, 16, I wasn't trying to hit none of that shit. But you got to understand also, he went to prison. I was 9. He came home. I was like 15, 16. I ain't trying to hit none of that shit you talking about. I had resentment in my heart because it's like, where the fuck was you at when I needed you? You know what I'm saying? I needed you all them years. And you was gone. Granted, the circumstances, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say it wasn't his fault because I mean you was out there doing what you was doing, but you got wrapped up in some shit. You know what I'm saying? I was too young to understand it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I even wrote a song about the shit, and I was like, I said, maturing at a young age, my father in the steel cage. I had to see my mom struggle working like a damn slave. It was shit like that. And it was like, I'm sitting at the trial and I'm thinking, damn, what does it mean? And what it means is that I got to be the man now. Try to find a way to help my mother hold the fort down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't understand it at the time. Because my mother we used to go to court. Like when he was on trial, we used to go to court. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. I was 9 years old. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all these fucking words and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they talking about drug trafficking and all this. I'm like, Mom, what are they talking about? And I'm like, I see him in the courtroom and shit. He got the shackles and shit on and he got the orange jumpsuit and all that. I'm like, what? I'm like, Mom, Daddy right there. He could just leave with us. Like when we leave, he could just leave with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he right there. He could just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of them. Like, Ma, he right there. Like, she like, no, he can't go. Like, Ma, he right there. What you mean he can't go? He right there. We about to leave. He could go with us. He right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, while he was gone, I started doing my bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Because I ain't had no, I felt like I didn't have a choice. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a sense of, as when I got older, it was a sense of I need to show him that I can turn this shit around. I need to show him I can be the man that he was trying to raise me to be. You know what I'm saying? And he never pressured me to do anything as far as like a career or anything like that. He just wanted me to be a fucking stand-up man. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all he ever wanted for me. You know what I'm saying? He never pressured me to do like a specific career or take a specific path. All he wanted from me was be a fucking man, stand on what you believe in. Don't ever let that shit waver no matter who you around. Your morals are your morals, your principles are your principles. You feel what I'm saying? Which is why I act the way I act now. Which is why I don't care who's in the fucking room. I'm me. I don't give a fuck who here. Fucking president could be here. I'm going to be me. You know what I'm saying? If I stand on something, I stand on it. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's another thing he taught me. As a man, whatever decision you make, whether it's good or bad, you fucking stand on it. You made the decision, deal with it. Whether good or bad. Which is why now, where I sit now, I don't give a fuck about anything I've ever done. I don't give a fuck what age I was. I don't give a fuck what it is that I did. If it was the wrong thing, fuck it. In the moment, I felt like that's what I needed to do. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my motivation. It's like I still feel like I need to prove to him I heard him and I understood it. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it took me a while to understand it. I didn't really start understanding it until I started having my own kids and had my own family and doing that shit. So I'm like, as I became a father and going through fatherhood, it's like, I get it now. I understand it. He had to do what he had to be the way he was. Cause I used to think my father was an asshole. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, yo, this motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
just picking on me. He's an asshole. He just want to pick on me. But as I started having children and I'm raising young men, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I was a fucking knucklehead. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my biggest things. It's like, nah, I'm gonna prove him right, but I'm also gonna prove him wrong as well. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's like a 50-50 thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was heavy too. That was heavy, Cliff.
Man, listen. I ain't never said that shit out loud.
Yo, you know what? I've noticed that like with you, man. You came a long way, man, with this group alone, man. Like I remember you would just be there listening,
Mm-hmm.
but now like you actually like a big catalyst to get us talking because now you digging deep, like
Right.
you're digging deep within yourself. But I'm thankful for that, man, because I learn a lot. I learn a lot when when y'all get like into y'all stuff, man. Bro, y'all don't even know. Like I said, man, y'all do a lot for me.
Right.
Clips remind me, like I said, the analogy I said, he was so used to leaning on himself that it was like, yo, fuck it, I ain't leaning on nobody. People
Yep.
gonna
Right,
feel me.
right.
He had to put his big toe in the water to make sure, all right, it's the right temperature. All right, let me slowly go in. And I get that, right? Because I get upset when people think that you're supposed to move on the pace that they're moving on with you. And be like, well, why you don't do
Mm,
this? And why you don't do that? And you know, when they say that to me, I'm like, yo, don't do it no more then. Because I'm
mm,
not
Word.
going to move on your pace. Like,
Facts.
that's why I say it's always about understanding. You move how you move, and I move how I move. You don't know what I've been through or what trauma I've gone through to the reason why I move cautiously and I slowly take my steps. So while you might take 20 steps to get to the end of the block, it might take me 50. I'm taking really tiny steps because I really need to know when I get to the end of the block, that shit is safe and secure for me. People
Facts.
don't understand that, but they just complain. Well, why you don't do this? Well, I said I love you. We've been together for a year. You ain't say I love you back. Don't say I love you no more to me then. If that's how you
Right.
look at it, don't say it to me. Like that's usually my attitude because once again, I'm not supposed to move how you move. We are two different people. And that's the understanding that people need to have. Like we are not the same. And that's the beauty of life as well.
But most
But
people
some people
can't
just
see the
like to rush
world
the process
outside
and
of.
feel like, well, you're moving too slow.
Most people can't see the
Themselves.
world outside of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I still
Agree.
know people to this day that be like, "Oh, I don't know why this person don't act like that because I do this." Motherfucker, they not you.
right.
It's just that
Bro,
simple.
they
They
not
ain't
you.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. I used to go through certain situations with my lady, and she'd be like, "Well, I do this, and that." Well, I'm me. You are you. We are not the
Mm,
same. We for one, you're a woman. That's first and foremost. For number two, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, we had two completely different walks of life. Her upbringing was cushy. You know what I'm saying? Never really struggled for real. You feel what I'm saying? They probably had minor, you know what I'm saying, shit go on, but nothing, you know what I'm saying, too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you had you was popular. I got picked on. You know what I'm saying? You understand the disconnect. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's
Yep.
we had two completely different walks of life. You feel what I'm saying? So most people, like I said, most people they only they believe the world should view the world the same way they do.
Right.
That's not really how this shit work.
That's our
You feel what I'm
reality. No.
saying? Everybody had a different walk. Everybody's path is different. Yeah, there may be similarities. Y'all may cross paths every once in a while, but you're still on your path.
Right.
They are still on theirs. You feel what I'm saying? So I never understood how people can't understand shit like that. Like you just automatically think everybody's like you. No, that's not
No.
how this shit work.
That's how people think, though. That's
Yeah,
how
I
most people
mean,
think.
it's not how
Most
this
people
shit
think.
work. And furthermore, to echo what Tony said, I walk at my pace, not yours. You feel what I'm saying? Like just because you felt like, oh, I got here faster, Have fun, motherfucker. Wait till I get there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You flew to California. I'm driving. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we both going to California. You took a flight. I take the 3-day drive. The fuck? It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're going to the same destination. You just got there faster. I get there eventually. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do this shit my way.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's
Yo,
just that
hold
simple.
on. I wanna I gotta start cooking, but I wanted to read something. Yo, this book, like my wife bought me this for Christmas last year, and I've been looking at it, highlighting it, but I haven't really read it, and I need to. All right, but let me read this. It's such is the path of self-awareness. It begins with knowledge that you hardly know yourself. Given the flame glances and the proverbial mirror we take as we move through the hustle and bustle of our modern lives. In our experience, self-awareness is a foundational piece that leaders often overlook. We have to know ourselves prior to leading others. And developing as leaders, it's easy to assume that we already possess the kind of self-awareness that's necessary. But let's be honest, we don't have it. And we never really have it completely. Real self-awareness is something we will always be working on. Building it is a never-ending process. So like we always gonna be working on self-awareness, man. And I just wanted, yeah, like because I want to share with y'all. It's called the score, and bro,
Score.
it has nothing but a bunch of jewels in it, man. You never know. Like I thought, I'm like, yo, why you buy me this book? Like what? But what I realized is what she was thinking about was what it says on the front. Like she know I like to read. So what she was realizing is and on the book it says growing excellence in yourself and those you lead. It's a perfect book for me
Mm. Yeah. Because you're
because
leading the household.
I need to grow in excellence in myself in order for me to be able to lead other people. So it's a perfect book. Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna end it on that note. That's a great portion to end it on. If you made it this far in the video, we appreciate you for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be pushing these out every week, man. This conversations that all men I think should have. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you continue to rock with us. I hope you continue to grow with us. And before you go, you already know we need you to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good jazz, man. And we'll catch y'all next week. Appreciate you.